Can y'all see me? Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I'm doing this right now. I'm a little nervous, y'all, bear with me. What is up, homegirls and homeboys? Welcome back to my channel. Y'all know it's your girl Deja Dion, and I am back with another video. Cheers. Okay, I know this video looks a little different, but I'm finally doing a sit down video. I was supposed to be doing my hair to this video, but things change. So while I answer these questions, I'm going to eat this wonderful meal that I prepared. This is steak, salad, and a baked potato. I cooked it. Y'all see the flowers in my bugami? They're so cute. Amen. Okay, y'all, so I was supposed to do this video like a year ago. I was supposed to do this sit down chit chat type of thing. I'm not gonna lie, the girl did her thing. I don't think it was like an idea to do steak for like the sit down video, because y'all know steak can be a bit of a workout to chew quickly. So good. Y'all asked me these questions. Yeah, no, not October of last year, March of last year. So I figured, let me go ahead and get started. Boom. The first question is, are you in school? Where and what's your major? I'm in my final year of school. I graduate in December. I go to University of Cincinnati, and I'm a communication major minoring in journalism. Where are you from? I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Okay, everybody from Cleveland stand up. I love my city. I just don't like going back to my city, but I'm gonna always ride for my city. Only I can really talk about my city too. Don't get to talk about my city around me, or it's gonna be a problem. I won't lie to you, I really did my thing. Like, Next question. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? Chicago, Miami, Florida, and that's it. Oh, and Dallas, Texas. When I went to Dallas for the Cotton Ball game, I think in like 2022, or was that last year? I can't remember. No, that was 2022. I fell in love with Dallas. Yeah, Miami. And I know you're saying anywhere. I can't say anywhere out the country because I've never been out the, well, I've been to Canada, but those are the only places I've been out the country. Oh, that's a lie. I've been to the Bahamas. But yeah, I can't really say like anywhere else out the country. What's the next question? And I got a good amount of questions, y'all, so stay tuned. Right, we're gonna get juicy, but these are just small questions. Trips you want to take? I want to go to Africa. I want to go to Houston. I want to go to Chicago. I want to, and this is just like things that are just popping up in my head on the spot. I'm gonna go back to Baltimore. I want to go to Vegas. I want to go to Tampa. I want to go back to Miami. I want to go to, and then I want to travel the whole world, honestly, y'all. Like, I want to go to Switzerland, Bora Bora, Tokyo. I want to see everything. I want to go Europe. I want to go everywhere. Like, I just want to see God's world. Like, I really just want to see everything that he created. Next question. Recent purchases. I recently just got 2 pairs of Welsh Bonner, the Welsh Bonner collab with Adidas. I just got this charm bracelet from Marc Jacobs. What else, y'all? What else? I just bought some clothes. Y'all saw that in my last vlog. Go watch that. Y'all see how this steak dripping? Cause it's juicy. Oh, excuse me. If you're not cooking juicy steak, get out the kitchen. And of course I'm feeling myself because this is the first steak I made and it's so good. But I will say, I should have took it off a little sooner because it's not as pink as I like it. But that's not what we're here for. Next question. Wait, did I answer recent purchase? Yes. What are some of your icks? One, repeating myself. I don't like repeating myself. If I gotta repeat myself around you, I'ma just think that you can't listen, you have a listening problem. And mind you, this is coming from someone who has a hard time listening. So the audacity is crazy, but still. I don't like repeating myself. What else? I don't like people who are like obnoxiously loud. Like, tone it down a little bit. That's a very like ick of mine. I just discovered a new ick of mine is drinking loud. I don't want to hear your beverage in your mouth. Like, hear like the juice going. It's not pleasant. It's not pleasant. Another ick of mine is people who don't push their chair in when they get up and they're done sitting there. Another ick of mine is just like a character flaw to me. I have a very bad ick of people who don't look in the mirror and like hold themselves accountable or like have any self-awareness. Like, okay, my favorite stores. I don't have any favorite stores. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I shop everywhere, literally everywhere. Like, I just saw this one store that I've never seen before, but it says something about like accessory outlet. I mean, yeah, something like that. I'm going. Short-term goals. Graduate in December. That's a short-term goal. That's obtainable. That's literally in a couple of months. Be working my big girl job by the time I graduate. That's a short-term goal of mine. Hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year is a short-term goal of mine. I want to work more on my book over like the next 3 to 4 months. I'm gonna pay one of my credit cards off. What else? And that's about it. I'm kind of full, y'all. But the next question is, what challenges did you face the most for starting YouTube? I think overall, like the comfortability of putting myself on camera. I think that was my biggest challenge. Like, when I started, I couldn't wrap my head around like, okay, I know I want to do this, but like, people are gonna be looking at me like on YouTube. And I always knew like I wanted to be myself. Like, I didn't want to come on here and like, you know, care about how I looked with like, and what I mean by care about how I look, but like, I'm not about to snatch my bonnet off because I want to, you know, come on here and talk to y'all during my weekly vlog or something. Like, I wanted to be, when I started off, I told myself like, you're gonna be your authentic self, because like essentially that's all I know how to, you know, be. And I really pride myself on being authentic. I told myself like, girl, you're gonna have to just step over that like shell. Like, there was literally like a wall, y'all. Like, I would come on there when I remember when I first started my YouTube channel, I would talk to y'all on camera for about a good 10 minutes and then disappear for like 3 days, come back and be like, hey y'all, like, and this is just during the vlog. It just would be weird, and I wasn't comfortable fully on camera. Like, though I love being on camera, it was just, for me, it was weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I would get on camera and be looking at the camera like, what do I say? Granted, I knew what to say, I knew what I wanted to say, but I was just kind of like overthinking it a lot. So I would say like, just overall, like being comfortable with being on camera, relaxing and stuff like that. That was probably my biggest like thing now. Cause now when I come my camera on, it's game time, shawty. Like, we rolling. Has this semester improved you or challenged you? Okay, so let's talk improving. This semester has improved me because, ooh, that's a good question. Let's see how this semester has challenged me. With everything on my plate, like with me being a big girl, like paying these big girl bills, moving just like a grown woman, submitting at 11:59 has truly been a pain. And I've hated every moment of it. But I can say this, I think the biggest challenge is knowing that I'm almost done, wanting to be almost done, and then it not being over. Like to me, honestly, I wish December was tomorrow, because I'm just like, damn, like, I'm ready to graduate. I'm so ready to graduate. Okay, next question. Someone you look up to. I would say my mom, for sure. Cause like, just like knowing the history of my mom's childhood and like all she's been through, like my mom is a soldier. There's so many times where she could have gave up, and like my mom is like, my mom is a strong woman. Tremendously, because it's like, I'm a young adult and I hate like being an adult sometimes. Cause like adulting is so hard. But my mom had me so early. At 22, at my age, I was here in this world. And I'm just like, girl, like, you could have gave up. Like, and you, now I'm drooling. And you just like kept it pushing and kept going and like, I don't know. Like, my mom is really a beast. And like, she a beast when it comes to this life shit. Like, my mom, she has her days, but like my mom, she don't back down from life. Like, she just keep going. She trusts God, and I don't know. I just look up to my mom. Like, she's so cool to me. Plan in 1 to 2. Someone said plan in 1, 2, 3 years. Okay, so I could say my plan within the next year is to graduate in December. Work my big old job, grow my channel, grow with you all, and just like establish a life out here in Cincinnati, get more involved. I'm so big on community right now, and just overall, like, I'm learning. I love having a community, and just love having like y'all. Like, y'all are my community. And I know out here in Cincinnati, I just want to kind of just get involved and essentially be known in the city, and just put myself out there. And like, I do want to do like more hands-on stuff, and like I've recently found my church home, so I just want to be more involved in the church and stuff like that. And then my plan in 2 years, honestly, y'all, I don't want to go that far. I don't want to go that far. I'm not sure if you like to shop at. Zara, okay, when it comes to clothes, Zara, Shein, Doss Kill, Fashion Nova, Old Navy, Gap. Granted, you can walk into Old Navy, but. And then like, y'all, I do a lot of thrifting. I thrift, I do stuff like that. But those are some, and then like other things like lip gloss and stuff, Sephora. I'm a Sephora girl, I'm an Ulta girl. I'm a Dollar Tree girl. I love Dollar Tree. I'm starting to fall in love with Walmart again. I will say that, because Walmart is like, granted, Walmart has a bad rep, but it's still good. This question says, what are some of your habits that you practice for mental health? If I'm being completely honest, y'all, I literally just talk to myself and I talk to God. Like, and I journal, but I have to get a new journal because I literally lost, like, I have no idea where my journal went. Like, it just mysteriously, like, and I hope it's in a good space, a positive space, but like, I have no idea where it went. I journal, but like when I'm journal, it's really just me writing down my prayers. Like, when it comes to my mental health, like, when I feel myself or like notice patterns or like notice I'm off a little bit, I really just recently, instead of running away from God and trying to feel that pain and void of like that, or that mental struggle some way, like in a different way, I've just been running to God, and I've been writing down my prayers. Like, even if I don't want to talk to God, I still write down my prayers, because like I know God sees it. I know he still understands like what's going on. But that is something that has significantly changed like how I deal with my mental battles and just my mental health. Like, I'm at a point where I understand the role that God plays in my life. So it's like, I don't know. It's like when I am feeling myself being depressed, it's like I turn to God and he just brings that extra blanket, like that extra sense of security. Like, okay, I'm depressed right now, or okay, I'm feeling some type of way right now, and like I have this like funk over me, but I know it won't last forever because, you know, I got God on my side, like stuff like that. Like, but that comes with writing down my prayers and talking to God. And then like other things, when I am when I am struggling mentally, I love music. I do like to listen to jazz, and just like one of my favorite musicians or composers in a sense is Thomas Newman. And one of my favorite pieces from him is the Finding Nemo soundtrack. And when I tell you, like, oh, it's just so beautiful. And when I ever feel myself being overwhelmed or anxious, I really just turn it on. Like, there's this one song on there, it's called Haiku, and it's so beautiful. But yeah, that's really how I kind of deal with my mental health. And I do talk to like my mom. My mom is like my best friend. I'll talk to my grandma. Yeah, but that's about it. College life, parties, and love life. Ooh. Honestly, y'all, I feel like college is better. If I'm being honest, like, I feel like I have my fun already. Now it's just, it's time for business. Like, I don't really go to college parties. I just feel like I'm too grown. Granted, like, I'll pop out if it's at a lounge, but like, honestly, I don't even like going to like lounges and clubs just outside of it being college based. It's not my cup of tea. And for a while, I would act like, you know, I like the club and shit. I don't like the club. I'll go to a jazz club, like that's my speed. Poetry club, but like, yeah, I don't know, y'all. So when it comes down to like college parties, no. But college life itself, I will say this. If I'm being completely honest, the best decision I ever made, one of the best decisions I ever made was going to college. Like, coming out here was literally the best decision I've ever freaking made in my life. I thank God that he led me out here, and I just pray that God continues to let me, you know, be out here and build and create a life for myself. Because, like, boy, being out here has just, it's starting to open so many doors for me. And like, I see what I can bring out here and like make shake, and like, just, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But college is like, I'm ready to go. So I don't really have like anything to say other than like college life, because I'm not really, like, I stopped after my ex and I broke up. I didn't go to a football game, but beforehand, even before him and I got together, I was at the football games and stuff like that. But I don't even go, like, when they have food trucks and stuff on campus and like certain campus events, I'll show up. But other than that, y'all, no. But if you are like going into school or in your second year in school, but you want to be involved, I definitely recommend being involved. Like, especially when you start out, like with me going into my last year, I definitely am like starting to put myself out there, but just on the spectrum of like, you know, I'm a content creator, I'm the virtual homegirl, like stuff like that. My love life, I'm dating, okay? I like him or whatever, y'all, but I realized like there was a lot of toxic behaviors and traits that I picked up from my last relationship, and some that like I just had developed myself. I hope it's nothing on my mouth, y'all, because that would be so embarrassing. Yeah, I'm having to unlearn all my toxic behavior, because this is a little different. Like, I don't know. Like, he makes me happy. Dating is supposed to be fun, and I'm realizing that. And like, if dating is not fun, girl, you don't need to be dating him. But I've been single for like what, a year and a half. Like, it'll be 2 years in November. So yeah, I'll give y'all too much. How do you feel about life right now? Love life. I've always loved my life, because like, no matter where I was in life or like what I was going through, I still was just thanking God for my life, because I don't know, my life is just so beautiful. I have no complaints. Even when I can't complain, like, or when I do complain, quote unquote, I still look at my life and be like, wow, like, I really love my life. Like, if you are around me and you spend a lot of time with me, like, you'll hear me say, I love life. Like, I love my life, because I really do. I'm just so blessed, and I just feel really good about life. I feel really good about, excuse me, everything that I'm doing as well. Like, working, school, what else? Working, school, church, like my relationship with God. Like I just feel really good. Like life is good, and I know that, you know, there's gonna be trials and tribulations, but like overall, like I just love life. So even when it's like things are happening, I still love life. What do you do when you feel overwhelmed? Honestly, y'all, I cry. Like I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna talk about it. Like I'm one of those people, I need, even if you don't say anything, just listen to me get it out. Like, yeah. And then I'll go listen to music, I'll go talk to God, I'll, you know. But typically when I first feel overwhelmed, I'll cry. Like I will literally bust out crying and then be like, okay, now that that's over, let's go handle this. What does that girl mean to you? Ooh, I just did like a sit down chit chat at the Vanity on Instagram and TikTok. If you don't follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you need to. I'm gonna put it on the screen for you. Make sure you do that. But what does that girl mean to me? Honestly, that girl is truly authentically herself. And I said this in my sit down video on one of my reels. But I was just talking about how, like, you know, being authentic is looking at, and okay, being authentic and also quote unquote being that girl is looking at what society has, you know, as the standard for you and saying like, fuck that, like I'm gonna do my own thing. Like, okay, y'all already know, like, society has its comments about what women should do, where, you know, be, whatever. That girl does whatever the she wants to do, okay? If it makes her happy, she's gonna do it. Like, that is that girl to me. That girl is a nice girl. I don't like mean girls. I don't do mean girls. If you're a mean girl, this is not the space for you. Granted, like, when I say I'm not a mean girl, I'm not a mean girl, but I can be mean. I need people to understand, because there are some people that have experienced me being mean. However, they did something to poke at that, but I've never just been internal like mean girl. Granted, we do have those girls who are just naturally internally mean. But growing up, my mother just said, like, I'm not raising any mean girls, so like if that's what you think you're gonna do, you can get that shit out like now. So that was like a no-go in my house. That girl is a sweet girl. She loves everybody. Like, granted, I love everybody. Granted, now when I say I love everybody, I just love humans. Like, I have a love for humans, animals, plants, all that stuff. However, there are some humans on this planet that I just do not like. That's fair. We're human. But you stay over there, I stay over here, and I gotta keep, like, I don't know, y'all. If I'm being completely honest, on this journey with God, like, there's a lot of things that, like, I just can't say, can't, like, talk, like, it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. And when God gives me the words to explain it, I'm going to explain it. But, like I just stand on the fact that you kind of have to get your mouth off people. Like, you can't be speaking on people. And God also says to remove the speck out of your eye before you try to remove the speck out of your brothers and sisters. So I feel like that girl, saying all of that, that girl minds her business and stays in her lane. Do I think I'm that girl? Absolutely. Absolutely. And no one, honestly, by the grace of God, can tell me otherwise. And that's just how I feel. And I'm gonna do like a little backstory. Like, I'm gonna do more of like, you know, sit down videos so y'all can get to know me. Cause like, I didn't always be like this. Like, I didn't always have this confidence. I didn't always walk with like a kind of, not like a chip on my shoulder, but like just that, you know, that confidence. I didn't always walk with that. Like, there were times in high school, y'all, I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror without crying. So it's like, but yeah, that's that girl. Dream and ideal family man situation. I love this question. Actually, one of my homegirls actually asked me this question. One of my dinner was a 10 out of 10. Dream, the question was dream and ideal family situation. Okay, so my dream family situation. One, I want to be married before I have kids. Like, that's one of the biggest things for me. If it does not happen that way, okay, but like, there's things that I can do to make it happen that way. Like, it doesn't involve me as well. Okay, y'all, I want a family farm. Like, my dream is to, and I gotta close my eyes because I can literally see it. My dream is to be a wife and then push out as many babies that my husband and I can afford on our family farm. And when I say family farm, y'all, like, I want land, and on that land I want my house, and then I also want a house for my parents, because when I make money, y'all, when I start to, you know, obtain some wealth over here, I don't want my parents in a different state. I want my parents right there. Like, I want my parents on the land, and I want to make a trail, and then I want to be in a dune. Matter of fact, let me not tell y'all everything. No, I am gonna tell y'all, because at the end of the day, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Anyone that is praying against my plans, Father God, I ask that you just allow your word to just say whatever to what they're saying, Father God. Just allow it to be. So it is, and it is so. Amen. But I say that to say, I want my parents on the same land, and I want to be able to drive a dune buggy or a four-wheeler to drive to their house. Okay, cool. Granted, I don't know how this is going to look, but this is what I want, and I just know it's going to happen. I have the faith to believe that it's going to happen. And yeah, and I want to wrap around porch. I just want a like nice, modern, not like farmhouse that you see in the movies, but like, yeah, because I hate farmhouse shit. Like, I don't like farmhouse, excuse me, I don't like farmhouse decor. But I definitely, yeah, and I want a garden, and I just want my kids to be outside running through the grass and the fields, and then when they get old enough, they're riding the dune buggies and four-wheelers. Like, that's my ideal family situation, with me and my husband just living at our family life. And people think I'm crazy for this, but like, I've always wanted hella kids. Granted, I talk my shit and be like, oh, you know, I'm not having kids. Please, I want like 5 kids, but this is only under the condition of like my husband and I being able to afford them, me loving my husband. Like, I tell you, I told God, I said, God, you give me the man that you want me to be with. I promise, if our finances call for it and everything else calls for it, our mental health calls for it, I'm pushing them out. I'm sorry. I just want hella kids. Like, I know I'm gonna be a great mom, so it's like, yeah. And then my dream man, do we have to get into that? I don't want to get into that, so I'm not. Okay, how did this question, how did you get through your breakup? Was it hard to not go back? How did I get through my breakup? Y'all, it was a whole lot of crying, a whole lot of throwing up. Like, literally throwing up, vomiting. Yes, I was waking up in the morning, felt anxious as fuck. Like, the way my breakup happened, y'all, it completely disrupted my whole life. Like, it disrupted the way I got up in the morning. It disrupted the way I went to sleep at night. Like, that breakup truly affected me in ways that I didn't even know that I could be affected in. So getting through my breakup, it took a lot of crying. It took a lot of praying. It took a lot of Jesus. And I'm just being so honest. Like, it just took a lot of talking it through. It also took a lot of cussing. It took a lot of angriness. It took a lot of yelling. It took my breakup really took a lot. Like, I could say by the 8th month of my breakup, I started to really realize like who I was, what that breakup was for, why it happened. And then it's that learning why it happened started to turn into me thanking God that it happened. Was it hard to go back, not to go back? In the beginning, yes, it was kind of hard, but if I'm being completely honest, y'all, my ex made it so easy for me to like not come back. And I know that sounds crazy, but like, I'm not better than the next person, but when you walk with God and you realize that like some people didn't even deserve to be in your space, let alone like you sleeping with them at night. So it's like, I just came to a lot, like, so it wasn't really that hard for me not to go back. Like, and then honestly, like, once my ex and I broke up, and then we started communicating again for a little bit, I just started to realize, like, you're not even my type anymore. Like, you're not even who I want to, like, ugh. And I know it sounds harsh, but like, bro, I don't know. So it wasn't like, in the beginning when we broke up, it was kind of hard, quote unquote, to not go back, because like that was all I knew for 3 years. But like by the 8th month of us being broken up, and then when we started communicating over 2023 summer, like I just started to see, then like, okay y'all, let me just tell the story. We ended up breaking up, right? He ended up going, like, declaring for the NFL draft or whatever. Like, everyone knows who my ex is. If you don't know, all you gotta do is scroll all the way down to my page and you'll figure it out. Like, we know this, okay? It's over with. But I remember, like, he declared for the draft, and over the summer we started communicating again. And granted, I forgot how we even started talking again. I wish I remembered. And like, his new current girlfriend followed me on Instagram, y'all. I didn't even know she was a girlfriend. Like, I'm such a girl's girl. Granted, like, yeah, I'm such a girl's girl, y'all. Like, I'm a true girl's girl. She would like my story, I would like her story back. She would be liking my post, I would be liking her post back. And granted, like, I would like what she would post, so it wouldn't just be like, oh, you know, she's doing this and I'm doing, like, you know. Then one day she posted him, and I'm just like, you good? Like, are you okay? And like, before y'all be like, well, how did she know that you were the ex? I'll tell you how. It doesn't take that. Like, women, we're women, we lurk. You go on Instagram, like, I need everyone to be human for a second and don't have a stick up their ass. Kid you not, y'all, like, she followed me, would like my stories. Like, she knew I was the ex, because one, Cleveland is very small. She has mutuals that, like, they're not my mutuals, but I communicated with them. So like, they knew. So she just knew. Like, and then even if you scroll over to my tags on Instagram, you'll see it. Like, it's just too much. So that happened, and when I'm being honest, like, I remember talking to him, and I remember saying, like, what, like, you up here flirt, like, y'all, he would be flirting with me. We would, now hold on, let me just be honest, we would be flirting with each other, like, you know, the cute, oh, I miss you, da da da. Like, he was asking to see me and shit, but I would always just be like, for what? Like, for what? And granted, I thought about it. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and fake like I didn't think about it, but like, I would be like, maybe I should leave with him. But then I asked him about who his current girlfriend is now, and then he was like, you know, that's not my girl, she just cool. Y'all, I'm learning, when a man says that, that's his lady. That might be his wife. And then he ended up also having a baby. So when I say he made it easy for me to kind of really, like, I was gonna walk away already, because I just knew that, like, that relationship literally exhausted itself. It served its purpose. Just even how it happened, like, his mother was involved. Like, it's just too much. Like, ugh. Yeah. He made it so easy, like, for me to really look at him and be like, I had no business dating you. Like, you had no business. Like, I had no business in allowing you to even be. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question. I really do. Next question. Oh, that's it. That is the last question, homegirls and homeboy. I'm so glad this is over so I can finally get these freaking questions on my phone. I'm tired. I have homework. I'm full. But I just wanted to get this out for y'all. I love y'all so much. I know my mood is kind of like, that's because I'm full and I'm tired now, but I still have to use my brain to go do homework. So, and guess what? It's due at 11:59. As always, I love y'all so freaking much. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Oh my gosh, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, y'all. We on the way to 500 subscribers. So I really need y'all to get y'all shit together. Because if I'm getting my shit together, you're gonna need to get y'all shit together. Meet me in the comment section. Holla at me on Instagram. Holla at me on TikTok. All that information is going to be in the description box and on the screen. I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all in the next vlog.